I wanted to do something we haven't looked at in a little while. I've seen some people posting like stats from WoW, and now that this season has kind of developed, I think at this point we're all kind of waiting for some patch notes to shake up the meta a little bit. And honestly, with the big 0.5 patch that dropped, I'm surprised we didn't see that. But I want to just take a look at Drustvar really quick because we haven't done like a little bit of a ladder / meta analysis. This is a big patch, but nothing really happened. So let's look at the top 500 right now. We'll go for both regions, okay? So I think it's a better sample size when you look at both regions. We'll do threes. Let's say the last 2 weeks in the top 500. What's been playing? Oh my god. So this is what it looks like right now. This is for 3v3, okay? So for melee DPS, we've got Fury Warriors way up there. They almost have double the representation of the next highest, which is Rep Paladin. So seeing lots of Rep Paladins, lots of Fury Warriors, a little bit of Pharaoh, a little bit of Monk, a little bit of Sub Rogue, little Arms, little Dev, or sorry, Havoc Demon Hunter, and then kind of down from there where DKs are just absolutely the worst. DKs are in shambles. If DKs don't get buffed, like this is basically going to be a little bit of what we can predict to come. DKs need some help. If DKs don't get some help, I don't know, man. DKs are just so trash, unfortunately. And then so are Warlocks. So if we look at range DPS, we're seeing a ton of Ellie Shamans, a ton of Frost Mages. Arcane Mage, surprisingly, has been getting more and more popular. And part of the reason why I think Arcane Mage is getting more popular is specifically Kleptomania and Resto Druids. I think Arcane is like a little bit of a soft counter to Resto Druids, and people are playing it more because of that, with how popular Resto Druid is. So Arcane, Frost, Ellie. Then we have Beast Mastery Hunter, Boomkin. There's actually a huge drop-off between the Mage, Ellie, and then next up Hunter. Hunter is way lower. Boomy's lower. Dev, Shadow Priest, Fire Mage. Surprised to actually see Fire Mages in the top 500. And then Warlocks are just in absolute shambles. And I mean, one of the reasons why Warlocks are in shambles, let's be honest, is because of this. There's two reasons. The first reason is you basically can't live as a Warlock against Fury Warrior Mage or Fury Warrior Ellie or Fury Warrior Ret or Feral Mage or Windwalker Mage. Like, basically every meta comp in the game just hard counters Warlocks right now, sadly. So yeah, Warlocks are in shambles. DKs are absolutely in shambles. I would be very surprised to not see like some significant buffs to those specs. Fire Mage as well needs some love. Shadow Priest seems to be falling off. And I think a big part of that is Ret Warriors and Warriors, Fury Warriors and Generals, sadly. And then for healer representation, Resto Druid and Holy Priest are really, really popping off. Holy Paladin seem to be doing okay. Prez seems okay. Dis seems okay. And then both Mistweavers and Shaman seem like they're in shambles. The one problem for Mistweaver Monks, though, is they're pretty good in Blitz. They're not bad in twos, and they're pretty good in Blitz. So I don't really know what they need to do for Mistweaver Monks, because I feel like it's actually... I don't want to say it's hard, but they have to be like very finessey about the things that they buff. So they're just better in threes, I guess. The other thing I wanted to look at, so what we just saw was 3v3, last 14 days, top 500. I actually kind of want to look at cutoffs. I'm trying to find out where that is. Like end of season cutoffs. Oh, here it is, cutoffs. So if we look at 3v3, so this is if this is another crazy thing. And I know when we're going over this, I fully realize that this doesn't matter for most people. Most people's problems in the game are far beyond like rank 1 titles and stuff like that. But this season, there was only 49 rank 1 spots. There's only 49 rank 1 spots. So if we were to end the season today, looking at this ladder, there would be 0 DKs. Unholy's not even... There's actually 2 DKs doing okay. So I guess Pet Kick is actually in that rank 1 range, which is crazy. But yeah, we have 7 Fury Warriors, 6 Ferals, 3 Outlaw, 2 Unholies, which is absurd, 2 Windwalker Monks, 2 Sub Rogues, 1 Havoc, 1 Survival, and then 0 Frost, 0 BM, 0 Ret. There being no Rep Paladins in range is a little bit surprising. 0 Assassination, 0 Enhance, 0 Arms, 4 arcane mages, 2 frost mages. This is NA. Ben, are you a big statistics and number guy? I am. I like looking at this stuff a lot. There's actually one warlock in range. He's playing Destro, which is surprising. I think Destro might unironically be the best warlock spec at the moment. And then for healers, there's 6 druids, 5 paladins, which is a bit surprising. So at that high end, paladins are doing okay. Holy Priest, Disc, and then 0 Prez, 0 Mistweaver, 0 Shaman, 0 tanks. And then for Europe, there's no pet kick. So no DKs, no BM, no survival, no ret, no Asa, no enhancement shaman, 5 Fury Warriors, 7 Frost Mages, 4 Ellies, 3 Arcane Mages. The range, look at the range DPS in rank 1 cutoff here. There's 1 demo, and then all of this is just non-existent. And the healer representation in Europe is actually abysmal. Look at this. There's 3 Resto Druids and 12 Holy Priests. And there's only 45 rank 1 spots. So, what is the point of all this? I think in seasons like this where there's less representation, I think it starts to show the flaws in some of the systems that WoW has. A lot of the systems in the game for rewards are based off of like a high amount of activity. So when activity wanes, these systems completely fall apart. Like having 45 rank 1 titles is just insane. To give you guys perspective, in the first season of Dragonflight, there was like 350. You know? And it's going to be a similar problem in Solo Shuffle. It's going to be a similar problem in Solo Shuffle as well. Where like, most specs are only going to have 3 spots. And which I think should be higher. I think should be at least like 5 or 6 spots for the rank 1 title in Solo Shuffle. Not including alts. Druid is completely unbeatable in Shuffle. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's look at some Solo Shuffle stats really quick. So we'll look at both regions because I think it's a better sample size. Like I said, we could look at 2,400 plus, so above elite, and we'll look at all the rules. So at 2,400, that's pretty high rating. Most people aren't 2,400 to be honest with you, but this is what's going on at the top end. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought. So we've got warriors. Best we could make it. No, this is fine. Yeah, we'll do 2,400. Yeah. So Fury Warriors, Rets, Windwalkers, Arms looking to do okay. Havoc, Feral, Sub, Survival, Enhance, and then once again you're seeing, you know, these DKs in the Garbanzo bin. So it's like there's a similar theme across not only 3s but also Shuffle that DKs are really bad. And then you have for range DPS, Beastmaster Hunters, Frostmage, Mark, Shadow Priest. So things like Shadow Priest seem to be doing better. Both Shadow Priest and Marks are finding more success in Shuffle. Dev Evoker as well. Even Warlocks are doing slightly better, but still nearly at the bottom. And then Og, Fire, and Boomy are down in that trash tier down here. So like I said, with what we're seeing right now, my biggest prediction, let's look at the healers. So we got Disc. Disc doing pretty well in Shuffle randomly. Holy Priest doing pretty well. And this doesn't surprise me that much because I don't think Disc is that bad. One of the big problems with Disc, though, is it goes, I think, faster than a lot of healers. So in some of the longer games, it just goes out of mana. When you're trying to dampen against a Resto Druid, you just can't win until you're just out of mana and you lose. Most of these discs, to be fair, are probably 2,400 before the nerfs. That's a good shout. Yeah, this is season-wide, so. But then you have Shaman, Prez, and Mistweavers. So, like, when I look at this, and I think about it logically, like, the specs that I think, I think DKs need buffs. DK buffs. Like, if we're going to be seeing any changes, I feel like DKs definitely need some love. Locks. Lock buffs. Maybe slight R Shaman buffs. Slight Mistweaver buffs. And then like nerfs to 8 Holy Priest. Nerfs to Druid. Because I think like I feel like HPAL and Disc are in a good spot. Would you agree with that? H-Pal Disc and maybe even Prez is in like a pretty decent spot. I don't know if Prez needs buffs. Maybe it does. I'm not sure. It could. This is a question mark. And then is there any other things that look like they're just complete garbage? Probably enhance, maybe. The other melee DPS seem good. Oh, maybe I feel like Fury probably needs some nerfs. Would we agree on that? I don't know. I feel like Fury probably needs some nerfs, maybe. Maybe enhance buffs. And then maybe fire buffs. I'm sure there's some other specs I'm missing here. But yeah, this would be my guess on what's coming in the patch notes. But yeah, for me, it's always fun to look at this and see what's doing well. I mean, you guys can feel it. More Frost Mage nerfs. Yeah, maybe Frost needs nerfs. Frost nerfs. I could see that. Fire buffs, Frost nerfs. Something like that. Make Shadow Priest not have to cast again. It's the only caster casting. Yeah. But I think Shadow Priest just will get better if Fury Warriors get nerfed. Maybe. Maybe not, though. We'll see. We will see. Demo cast? Yeah. Just for argument's sake, we take a quick little look at Battleground Blitz. So this is one of the things I'm talking about, where like it feels so hard to balance things, because when you look at Battleground Blitz, you actually see Prez doing well, and Mistweaver Monks doing well, and Boomies doing well, and Shadow Priest doing well, and Destro doing well, you know? And I think that's one of the challenges that WoW has right now, is some of these specs that aren't as good in Arena are really good in Blitz, and both are competitive game modes. So if you buff Arena when they're already the best in Blitz, it becomes weird, you know? I think that's like one of the big obstacles that they have for balancing the game. Anyways, guys, what do you think of the meta right now? Are you guys having fun with the game? Have you re-rolled Fury Warrior yet? Leave a comment below the video. Follow the channel. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye, YouTube.